Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
We got a Lindsay laugh, and now we have our Lindsay.
Well, I was gulping down coffee, and I'm like, let me just hurry up and drink this before I choke.
Did you burn your throat that way?
Well, it wasn't even hot. I made it this morning at my house, so it's very cold.
We're starting off tepid. I like it. It's good to see you ladies.
I love a sweater dress, so I really like
and
the fall
it's got this
here.
weird, like, is it fall?
Peekaboo.
Right. Maybe it isn't, but it is. All right, today we're going to talk about what might be your absolute favorite TV show after DBL, of course. It's Law & Order and all of its many spin-offs. They have entertained fans for decades with stars Mariska Hargitay, Christopher Maloney, and Ice-T. Believe it or not, there have been more than 1,200 episodes. It's on nearly every hour of the day at my parents' house, always.
And Grandma Ida's house.
And Grandma Ida's house, but it's not the only one. There are other cop shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or who could forget Hill Street Blues from the 80s, or even Dragnet, which was a huge success starting in the 50s. But are these shows really all about entertainment? Many people recently are criticizing them for showing an unrealistic portrayal of law enforcement and failing to depict the ugly truth of communities of color being disproportionately targeted by police. They call these shows, new word for you, get to know it, Copaganda, or cop propaganda. John Oliver called it out recently, saying this would not fly if it were a medical show spreading false narratives. Take a look at that.
You know, Grey's Anatomy doesn't depict what happens inside an actual hospital. Those doctors are ridiculously hot, none of them are nearly tired enough, and it needs about 5,000% more discussion of insurance. If those medical professionals were routinely claiming that vaccines cause autism and herbal remedies cure cancer, we'd probably be having a conversation about it. Because that's essentially what Law & Order is doing.
Okay, DBL Nation, we want to know what you think. Do shows like Law & Order unfairly glamorize the police, yes or no? You have a voice in this, as always. Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. But let's start with a simple question. Did you watch these type of shows? What was your favorite? And really, what did you learn from these shows? Are either of you major Law & Order fans, cop show fans?
I used to be.
Okay.
I used to watch every episode of Law & Order, like all of the variations of Law & Order. And when I moved to California and I was living by myself, I stopped watching it completely because I realized that if I disappeared, it would be a while before someone knew. So it made me too in my head about it, right? But interestingly enough, a few weeks ago, I was in New York and Law & Order was on, and I was thinking, this isn't the best time for me at 1 o'clock in the morning to be catching up on Law & Order for the first time in like 6 or 7 years. But it was an episode about a young boy who was murdered, and they believed it had to do with police corruption. And it turned out that the young man's body wasn't actually in the casket when it was exhumed. And there was this whole conversation with, I forget the lieutenant's name, she was a black female captain, and she had a conversation with the mother, and I was thinking in that moment, how often were real life reality situations where there was corruption with the police incorporated into these shows, because that was such a glaring example of one.
Right.
But then I couldn't remember another time that I had seen it to the point that I made a mental note of it, and I'm talking about it right now.
That's interesting you say that, because some background information with my producer shows that the NYPD works very closely with these shows, and they want to make sure they stay happy with the production. I'm not saying that they perhaps show a better side of the NYPD because of that, but they're in close contact and want to keep that relationship stable, if that makes sense. So you don't see a lot of corruption, and that one stood out to you, which makes sense. What do you think? Do you watch these?
I'm probably the only person in the world who's never seen a full episode of Law & Order, so I have no idea about how this, but I also think there are tons of shows on air, and they're like covering tons of things, and so the same argument about how Euphoria might be promoting drug use when it's just like showing an over-the-top side. Some people might have an experience where maybe they've been hospitalized, but it's not like as extreme as Zendaya's character, and so I think, you know, it's just a TV show for me. It doesn't really like go that deeply for me, and it feels like when I saw the story, like John Oliver had nothing else to talk about this week, like it was a slow news week. I'm like, are we bashing Law & Order 100 years and 20,000 spinoffs after it's been on the air? You know, weird time, you know, to pick pick out this show. I don't know. I didn't.
I sort of went with you a little bit because when I heard what we were talking about, I thought my parents watched that show because it isn't like reality, because it's an escapism. There's an A and B and C. A jogger finds a dead body. That dead body was killed by the pharmacist, who's the celebrity co-star of that week. And they know it's going to end, and they know it's going to be okay, even though that isn't the case in most police stations. They like the wrap-up.
Well, the one cop show I did watch was New York Undercover, and it was out when I was younger, and it was also created by Dick Wolf, who created Law and Order.
Sure.
And the only reason that I loved it was because they used to go to this jazz cafe in every episode, and they used to have like real actual like Shaka Khan, like real people performing every episode, and you got like a live performance. So that's the only extent that I understand. But that show also was fake. Like there was no jazz cafe that had that high of a celebrity there. Like it was all just this show where they discussed police talk in this cool cafe. And for me, it just translated because that's the music I grew up listening to.
So you were just entertained by it?
Yeah, I was literally only entertained.
And how is that? Are TV shows allowed to just be entertaining and not teach what's really going on?
I think they're allowed to be entertaining, but there has to be a line, much like how we talk about how our children are educated. If you put out the same narrative too much to paint a certain picture of any piece of history or any piece of our judicial system, that becomes law in people's minds. That becomes the reality of the situation. So I believe it's, yes, of course, like Law and Order has been on and very successfully for, like, isn't it one of the longest running franchises in history?
Longer than like Jeff is old, you know what I mean?
but he's not even here.
I know.
Low blow.
Yeah, it's like, dang, like he lives in your mind for free time. Yeah, but I can understand the criticism, but this criticism is also not new.
Yeah, that's true. I also want to just point out, if you're interested, Jimmy Smits from NYPD Blue, which was a sort of gritty take on things, is in a new one that the New York Times just profiled. I think we were showing a preview of it. It's called East New York, or Eastern New York, or East New York, excuse me. And it is actually about a minority group of people that need a new police precinct because there's been charges of corruption.
So East New York is in Brooklyn, just for the context, and so it's a notoriously bad neighborhood that's kind of getting gentrified at the moment, but it is like a really, you know, it's kind of like gonna probably be Williamsburg someday.
Interesting.
But it was really bad prior to this, so that's interesting that they're doing the show there.
Yeah, and I like that Jimmy Smits from NYPD Blue is coming back to do that show. I think that's really interesting. Let's see what the audience, whoa, 50-50.
That's like a first. It's exact.
That is. And write us in if you're huge fans of it for escapism. Maybe you don't want to learn anything. You just want to see cops. Coming up on DBL, a woman finds out she's a princess while searching for her birth parents. Wait until you hear her amazing story. And are you guilty of rude house guest behavior? We're talking about some of the worst things you can do at someone else's place. Coming up next, write us in. Let us know.
Closed captioning provided by...
It's so easy.
We were having this great talk and we weren't on.
I watch John Oliver every week. And
I want to talk about Princess Sarah Culberson. Her story and her interview is coming up, not next, but soon. This is an amazing story of a real life princess found, and there's actually going to be a Disney adaptation of that. And also, I got a chance to deep dive with her for like over an hour on my podcast, Come Back with Erica Cobb. So check that out, but you are going to love Princess Sarah. She is absolutely amazing.
If anyone was going to be a princess and not know it, like, she was poised to be this woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She took theater. She knows how to project. Everything was lined up. She's an excellent human being. Excellent.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see her podcast. That's exciting.
So check that out. Did you want to add anything?
I want to say that
Mitchie L says, I understand that there's TV shows, so I'm fine with it. TV is fake. But I'm unhappy that Law & Order is getting rid of Kelly Giddish. I don't watch any Law & Order. None. I don't like it. I watched the one with Sam Waterston, where he's a lawyer, and it went bump bump. That's the OG one.
Yeah.
Do they still have those?
Well, this is.
Isn't that the one Ice-T was on? Oh, Richard Belzer.
15. I'm easily tickled, y'all. It doesn't take much.
We're gonna sit here and be right.
I know y'all gonna be mad at me, but I'm just telling you the truth.
You can smirk all you want. You don't have to tell me to go.
Brad Pitt.
Welcome back. After the pandemic shut down any type of social scene, many of us found a new appreciation for gathering at friends' or family's houses. But do you know how to properly behave as a house guest? Let's find out. Oh boy. An etiquette expert shared some common rude behaviors when visiting someone's home. First up, this is an obvious one: overstaying your welcome. How do y'all ask someone to leave?
I don't ask. I'm like, okay, how long are you staying? I'll ask.
You just will straight up ask?
Yeah, like, how long are you staying? I need to know. Like, I have things to do. Like, that's not rude to me. Like, okay, if you're
rude.
coming,
You're right.
like, some people don't book their flights home. So, like, I'll just ask them.
They get a one-way ticket?
Yeah, like people who are coming to stay for like a month, and I know that. But it's like, well, okay, but how long are you staying after we get like 2 weeks in? We know it was like around a month.
So it's like you don't straight up. I do the whole like, welp.
No, I'm not gonna go well. I'm just gonna be like,
you gotta be straight up about it. All right. Next up, snooping around the house. Erica, any thoughts on this? Does this happen to you?
Have
you snooped?
No.
That's so rude.
Oh, goodness, no.
Has anyone here in the studio opened a medicine cabinet when you're at a date's house?
You have?
Lots of people.
Michael D,
I would never. Oh my gosh, I would never do that. I'm so uncomfortable. Like, also, it's how you were, like, the etiquette of how you were raised too. Because I was raised. My parents would tell us when we went to other people's houses, never be alone in a room.
Oh, whoa.
Ever.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Like, always be with someone else in that house.
Oh, wow.
So, like, because if something happens, you don't want to be the person who is targeted to that something went missing or something was broken. Right. Yeah, so I'm a group person.
You're a group person. I have maybe looked in 1 or 2 medicine cabinets. Whatever. You're just trying to see if they have a problem. Whatever, it's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Showing up. It's important. Showing up empty-handed. My parents were very no about this. You had to show up with the wine, with the flowers, with the plant, with the bowl, with the forks, with the charger.
And don't need it back. It just is. Give it to the universe. It's like it's for them to keep.
Take it and go. Is it rude if someone? You have a ton of parties, so do you. Is it rude if someone shows up without?
I do.
Well, I feel like you have a lot of people at your house.
No, not really.
No, family and stuff. Do they ever show up without anything?
Well, my family doesn't have to bring anything but themselves.
That's true.
But I don't have a lot of random people at my house.
Well, do you get upset if people come and don't offer you something like a wine or a?
No, I don't get upset, but I definitely, I bring things. But also, like, our home is like, when we purchased our home, it was for the ability to host people.
That's so nice.
So I think of it very differently. I don't expect anybody brings things in, but I certainly wouldn't go to anybody else's house
without it.
Yeah.
Okay. My house we bought, we loved it. We realized it's built in 1925. I can't entertain 3 people. There's no room. We love it though.
Yes, you can.
Okay, bringing an uninvited +1.
I do feel some type of way about this.
Tell me, because the food's expensive.
It's not even that. It's more so like I just want to know who's coming into my home, because there's been there'll be a situation where if I'm like, we have like the Super Bowl party, and that's like a 60-person event, right? I should never be passing someone who I don't know who they belong to.
Lindsay's nodding to this.
No, because Colin and I had neighbors come over. The neighbor brought another neighbor we didn't know, but it's all in the town. But this neighbor was acting a fool. We had to escort her out. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna go into more detail. We had to be like, okay,
Appreciate
party's
that.
done for you.
Okay.
The party's done for you.
Great.
Yeah.
End of
That's
party.
the story. Yeah, I hope she doesn't watch this show.
And then.
Not that I don't want everybody to watch our show.
That's right.
But.
Good one, Granger. All right, waiting to share dietary restrictions. Oh, like being like, oh, I'm vegan at the very end of it.
Yeah. That one's a weird one because I try to ask in advance.
Right.
I try to have, and then I also try to have options for everyone. But if you knew you were coming and you're going to make a deal, because most people won't say anything about it.
Right.
They'll just be like,
pick
great,
around.
I'll have a carrot.
Right.
You know. But if you're going to make a statement about it, then that is rude because you should have at least let the host know.
Have some time. Yeah.
Right.
This new generation, they're all about the gluten-free, the pescatarian, the other things. Coming up on DBL, our interview, this is a fabulous story with a woman who found out she is an actual princess. While searching for her birth parents, she tells us all about her past and how it's coming full circle. You're going to want to watch this one.
Midterm election season is here, and that means there will be political ads everywhere you look. And some of those ads will inevitably make outlandish claims.
Some Verify viewers emailed us to ask if candidate ads have to tell the truth. So let's verify. Are political ads required to be factual in order to be aired on broadcast television? Our sources are the Federal Communications Commission, the Federal Trade Commission, and University of Minnesota political science professor David Schultz. The rules for political ads are very different than typical consumer products, and we want to be clear up front that the answer to this question is no. Political ads are not required to be factual in order to be aired on broadcast television. In fact, the law allows politicians to say almost whatever they want in a commercial. This is because political ads are regulated by the FCC, which applies just two rules. One is that all candidates have the same opportunity to buy commercial time on stations. And two is that politicians can say whatever they want. Accuracy is not one of the rules, although TV stations could run a disclaimer explaining the rules before airing an ad. The only consequence for politicians who produce misleading or false ads is in court, and that's only if they defame someone, which is rare and hard to prove.
I think the rationale behind it is what? The idea of saying that candidates get to say what they want, and what the voters get to sort of, through the marketplace of ideas, decide what's true, what's false.
That marketplace could also include news stories or fact checks like Verify stories explaining what's true and false. Schultz says you should always read the fine print on an ad to see who is funding it and do your own research on a candidate to see if what's being claimed is really true. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back to DBL. When Sarah Culberson set out to find her birth family, she discovered that she's a real African princess. Earlier, we spoke to her about this surprising news and how it changed her life forever. Take a look.
Oh,
Princess Sarah Culberson, Lady of Boomkay.
Yeah.
Welcome to DBL. I can't getting that. I saying that I had chill.
Yes, my sis, Sarah. Hey, girlfriend, how are you?
I'm so good. It's so good to see you again.
It's so good to see you too. You always knew you were adopted as a baby. So what led to you seeking out your birth family?
I wanted to know more about my biological roots. I wanted to know who I look like. I wanted to know medical history. So I had all these questions I wanted to get answered. So that's what kind of led me. Oh my gosh, these pictures are fabulous. Oh, photos, they're so funny. But that's what just led me to want to find my birth family. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's just like, 'cause I want to hear about the day that you found out you were a princess, because everybody always goes, in a past life, I was told I was a king. You were a princess in this current life. So, like, when did you learn about this, and when did you finally speak to your birth father?
So I learned about this in 2003 and went to Sierra Leone, met my birth father, met the whole tribe, and was welcomed by hundreds of people singing and dancing.
What?
And then oh my gosh, my father gave me this beautiful green African dress. And when I arrived, all the women of the village came forward wearing the same green dress that I'd been given. And I took my parents who adopted me to Sierra Leone. My dad and my birth father were just in that last photo, and everyone started to work together after this war, which was pretty incredible. We've been working in public health, education, technology, and female empowerment with our nonprofit, Sierra Leone Rising.
I want to ask you, when you were able to talk with your father, with your birth father, did he have a reason for why he gave you up for adoption?
Yes. So my father had gone away to school and found out that my birth mother, who was a white American, she was pregnant and he didn't know. So he went away to school, found out. She said, "Don't worry, Joe, I'll take care of her." So she kept me for 9 months. And then she said, "Okay, this is too hard." He said, "What should we do?" And she said, "I think we should place her in adoption to give her to a family who can give her what she needs right now."
Wow.
And he said, "Okay." So that's why they chose to do that, which I think was very selfless and pretty amazing.
Wow. Can I ask you, I know this is going to sound sort of easy question, but it's a little bit deeper there. What does being a princess mean to you? I mean, how does it speak to you personally? Now, did it change you overnight? Were you like a different person?
For the longest time, actually, I didn't even claim the title, to be honest. And then I started to talk to people in my life and they said, "Wait a second, this is important. This is your lineage. This is heritage. Little girls need to know that we're descendants from African royalty and people who look like you, right? We are descendants from kings and queens, and to shift the narrative of just being descendants from slaves." So what it means to me is responsibility, walking in my family's footsteps, and working together to make sure this country moves forward in a powerful way.
Sarah, I have a hard-hitting question. Does the DMV need to be notified when you found out you were a princess? Because I would want that on my license.
I swear I was going to ask that.
Royal Highness?
Yes.
Right?
Is that real?
You're funny. I thought about that. I'm like, should I change this? What should I do?
Yes.
I don't have it on my license yet. No, not yet.
You got to get it on.
And by the way, I don't even think you need to take a ticket. You just go to the front.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. All right, your story is being turned into a live-action Disney movie. Wow. Of course it is. How will you be involved in this project?
I'm actually an executive producer. I'm a consultant the whole way through. I will play a role in the movie as well. My background is in undergrad and graduate school in classical theater. And I get to work with these amazing women. We're all working on this, all women, women of color.
Before we let you go, since we're talking to African royalty, there's been a campaign to boycott Viola Davis's film, The Woman King. It's getting backlash for being historically, quote, inaccurate. So what did you think of the film?
I thought it was incredible. And I think that historically, there are so many different stories. There are different lenses we can see. And this was a lens about women warriors and being uplifted. We have seen so many slavery movies, and not that they're not important, but it's re-traumatizing over and over again. And I think that this movie is incredible and what we need, to be totally honest.
Thank you so much for joining us, Princess Sarah, DBL Nation. You can support her nonprofit. We have it on the screen right here, Sierra Leone Rising, by visiting sarahculberson.com. Again, Princess, it was lovely to meet you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you. Bye-bye.
Promotional consider.
To play a high school sport in Florida, athletes have to fill out a health assessment. But a section of questions for female athletes only is drawing criticism. News reports and People are claiming that female student athletes in Florida have to report their menstrual history to the state in order to play sports. After the Supreme Court's recent ruling in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health, which overturned the constitutional right to an abortion granted through Roe v. Wade, some people have raised concerns about providing reproductive health data to outside sources. So let's verify. Are female athletes in Florida public high schools required to report their menstrual history to play sports? Our sources are the Florida High School Athletic Association and 3 Florida public school districts. These are the forms from the Florida High School Athletic Association that all public school student athletes in the state have to fill out in order to participate. And this section is for female athletes only. It asks questions about the athlete's reproductive health, including when was your first menstrual period and how many periods have you had in the last year. As you can see here, it says on the form that filling it out is optional. Claudia Shea, Executive Director of Communications and Engagement for the Palm Beach County School District in Florida, told Verify, claims that female athletes have to answer these questions are false. She says these questions have been on the physical form for at least 2 decades, and answering them has been optional, whether the information is provided online or on paper. In Palm Beach County, Florida, student athletes of any gender use the same form and can write not applicable in the section with questions about menstrual cycles, according to Shea. So why are these questions included on the form? The Cleveland Clinic says abnormal or irregular periods can indicate potential health problems, such as bleeding, thyroid, or pituitary disorders. So we can verify, no. Female athletes at Florida public high schools aren't required to report their menstrual history to play sports. And Florida isn't alone. Other states, including Virginia and North Carolina, ask similar questions of their student athletes. With your Verify, I'm Ariande Till.
Overly processed foods are a big part of the American diet. According to the Washington Post, 60% of calories American adults consume are from what they call frankenfoods. Scientists say these foods are designed to deliver a combo of fat, sodium, and sugar that could hijack the brain's reward system, triggering powerful cravings. The problem is, dozens of studies link ultra-processed foods to obesity, heart disease, and colon cancer. So what counts as an ultra-processed food? It's typically an industrial creation. Think hot dogs, sugary cereals, and boxed macaroni and cheese. Interesting enough, though, the National Institutes of Health found that people who ate similar foods, mostly made from scratch, lost weight and lowered their cholesterol.
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter helps you distinguish between true and false information by answering your questions. It provides fast facts on trending topics, spotlights major stories, and even includes a daily fun fact for all those trivia buffs out there. Get Verify's fast facts delivered every weekday to your email inbox. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
Welcome back. Did you know lower back pain is one of the major disabling health conditions as you age? So it's time for some joint and muscle support brought to you by Omega XL. According to an orthopedic surgeon, adults 60 and up are more likely to develop lower back problems compared to working age adults. So here's what you can do. First, aerobic exercise. Think dancing and lightweight lifting. This increases blood flow and nutrients to the tissues in the lower back, which will help with that stiffness and healing. Next, maintain an ideal weight. Every extra pound adds strain to the muscles and ligaments of the back, which will weaken your spine. And finally, quit smoking and correct that posture. Do it right now. Let's all do it. Studies show a direct link to smoking and back pain. No smoking, but back posture. And keeping your bones and joints in alignment reduces additional stress on your back. Omega XL has improved the lives of millions of consumers, supported by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. So call 1-800-686-5325 or visit omegaxl.com for more information. I want to get a shout out to Betty from Maine. She's a longtime viewer. She wrote us, I skipped Law & Order, but I would watch Jimmy Smits in anything. She says she's watched East New York, and she says, I think it's very well done. So keep an eye out for East New York with Jimmy Smits, the cutie. Thank you, Betty,
get me to watch police shows.
Right? DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Be good to yourself.